In today's video, we will be looking at some Ocean Protocol price predictions. So hello, welcome to Operation Crypto and welcome to today's video. Please make sure you do like this video, subscribe to my channel and check out other social links in the comments below. And let's have a look into Ocean Protocol, and we will start off by having a look at CoinMarketCap. We'll have a look at some of the key stats and then we'll have a look into some price predictions, what other people are forecasting it could go to. Some of them are a little bit too outstretched as you would expect, but then I will jump onto the charts and we will have a look at some potential entry points as an investment opportunity, and then we'll have a look at potentially where the price could go in the coming 12 to 18 months time. So like I say, let's jump onto CoinMarketCap first and have a look at some of the key stats of Ocean. Right, so let's get cracking here, and as you can see, Ocean Protocol, which is ticker Ocean, it is currently ranked number 82 out of all cryptocurrencies that are listed on CoinMarketCap, with a token price today of around 31 cents. We are 10% up on today's trading. Markets seeming to pick up a little bit from a bit of a downward spike last week across all markets really. We have a total supply of 613 million coins, and out of those we have 359 million in circulation. We're getting a 24-hour volume of $14.8 million, and that's equivalent to 1,366 Bitcoin. We have a market cap today which is the 9th of October 2020, and it is $114 million. So we are doing quite a good position. If you look at the chart down here, it's been a very good year for Ocean, considering that back down in last year it was like sub $1. I mean, look at the price there in BTC, 295 sats, and we went all the way up to plus 4,000. But we'll look at that on the charts in a minute. If we just look at where we're trading with regards to market pairs and which is getting the most volume, as you can see, we're getting quite a bit on Binance against BTC and Tether, and then we're listed on quite a lot of exchanges. Just scroll down, we've got 28 recognized pairs, and we have a lot of them which are high confidence exchanges, which is good to know. One final point down here is the all-time highs, which wasn't too long ago, and we did hit 75 cents on August the 18th 2020. So we are not a million miles away from a multi-highs. I mean, a lot of the DeFi coins, especially Link, Band, Ocean, we all hit all-time highs in the last couple of months. Oracles have been the force behind that, along with DeFi, yield farming, and it's been a very good time for the DeFi sector. So Ocean is part of that, and it's done very well. But what I'm going to do now is jump into some predictions, what other people are forecasting, and let's give a bit of analysis on why, what I think the reason is for them giving them price predictions. So here we have a website called Digitalcoin.com, and it does give some forecasts, some quite extreme ones here really. I mean, 2025, it's giving a 5-year forecast for digital here, which is quite strange really. I mean, if I could predict something that's going to happen in 5 years time, and I think it would be daft, but I think it must not be updated really properly, because I mean, it's saying we're currently at 31 cents, which is accurate, but for 2025, for an entire year, it's saying around $1.22. In my opinion, I don't think giving a price prediction for something that's building a solid project is very reserved in my opinion. I do think they will be broken at some point in the future. If we just scroll down, we do have a more in-depth analysis here. So by 2021 it's saying 70 cents. We've already hit that this year, so that's pretty much out of date. 2022 it's saying that we hit 87 cents. Year 2023, $1.11. As you can see, we're going up in small increments. If you were back around in 2017 when we had that insane Bitcoin bull run, which pretty much did drag all the other cryptocurrencies up with it, you were seeing bloody 5, 6, 7,000% rises, and that's happened this year. I mean, we'll look at the charts in a minute for Ocean. You will see exactly how much of a percent we've gone up, because that I'm guessing will be a plus 1,000%, along with a lot of the DeFi sector. So some of these prices, in my opinion, I think we could even hit these in the next 3 to 4 months, as long as we get a bull run. If we don't, and the market's turned sour, then it's going to be a good time for some buying of investment opportunities, because this, along partner with the Polkadot network, in my opinion, is going to be a great asset to hold for the future. But let's just jump into one more website and we'll see what they're predicting, and then, as I like to say, we'll jump over to charts and see what's going on there. Here we have Gov Capital. This is another investment website, and it does give price predictions for future assets over the year or 5-year term. And as you can see here, we've got Ocean price currently here at around 31 cents, and it's saying the 1-year forecast is just shy of $1 there at 0.997 USD, and then a 5-year Ocean forecast of $8. Now, in my opinion, with all that's going on with Ocean, as long as they keep building, as long as they're working with great teams like Polkadot, as long as everything's getting put in place, you don't get any random people disappearing from projects. And I do think that $8 could be quite a good target, but I mean, you are pretty much pulling out a crystal ball when you're looking at price predictions like this for 5 years' time. Anything can happen, and I mean, they've got to give an estimate on what they think it could be, so I mean, fair enough to them. But I mean, $8 could easily happen. We know what crypto space is like. Things could absolutely fly. So let's jump onto the charts and have a look at what I think could happen. For this analysis, we will be using the Bittrex chart. Unfortunately, it does have the most data available for Ocean, so I prefer to use this one. We can get a few key levels of support and resistance on. This is a weekly time frame against Tether, and we will just have a look into some previous moves and see if we can get any good support and resistance levels up. But what I want to do first is mark the all-time highs, and that will give us a good area to go in the future. As you can see, it was there, and we did hit, like we say, 75 cents, which for once in CoinMarketCap's life, it was right, and we'll just mark it up as all-time highs, and that gives a good area to target in the future. Next up, I want to mark a couple of weekly areas of support and resistance, and let's have a look, see if we can get any. What I like to happen when I'm doing support and resistance, I have a look for 2 touches of a wick. So if you look at this wick here, it dropped there, and then it came all the way through, and if you look there, it acted as resistance twice on them 2 key levels. So we'll change that to the weekly time frame. Let's get 2 or 3, as you can see there. We'll get 2 or 3 of these in, and we'll see what we've got after that in the daily time frame. We've got a key level there on the weekly time frame. We bounced off that area, rejected off it, actually off that weekly resistance, and bounced off it as a weekly support level. So that's formed a weekly support there. Let's see if we can get a couple lower. Looks like we've got one there as well. So it acted as resistance there and resistance there. Let's just see if we can get one a little bit lower, just in case the market's turned sour. I think we've got one there as well. If we just look at this wick here, come all the way through. So it acted as resistance, resistance, resistance. So that's another area to potentially target if, unfortunately, we do go down. So what I'm going to do now is drop into the daily time frame. Just have a little zoom out a minute, and what I want to do is just show you how much of a price move we actually did. If we just go back to March, so March is when Bitcoin had that 57% dump here, and we wicked right down to $0.00221, so that's very low. And from that move, we've been on a really good rise. And if you work it out up to all-time highs, 33,000% price raise we have had. If you bought at them levels and went all up to there, it would have been a massive move. Hopefully, if you're an investor, you did manage to sell them away. Remember, if you're an investor of a project and you're never selling, then you're never going to make any money. So that would have been a good area to sell around here. As you can see, we had a good consolidation. You're not going to sell at these prices. You're very, very lucky. If you put some spot sales in, for example, you're the only one who would have got snapped up at them all-time highs. So it looks like there was quite a lot of selling around these areas. We had a lot of closed bodies, so people were pretty much selling anywhere from, you could say, 63 cents and then pretty much all the way down. We've had a pretty much a big sell-off across the markets, and that's come all the way down from the stock markets on. That's trickled into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's had I mean, we did touch 12k, and then we've been on a pretty much a downward spiral ever since. We dropped down to around 9,300, but we bounced back up, and we are in the 10,000 levels now. But what I want to do is just see if we can get a couple of daily support and resistance levels in. I mean, I'm not going to put any down here because I think the weaker levels are great. Just want to see if we've got any couple up here. We've got one there, a key area. We hit that wick 3 times and acted as resistance. We'll change to a daily time frame and see if we've got any more around here. I don't think we have. Actually, there's one there. So if you look at this wick, it acted as resistance, come all the way through and acted as resistance on that wick there. So that is plenty of market structure in place. What I want to do is first up just put a bearish scenario on this, unfortunately, because we all want to get in coins and as favourite tokens at a cheaper price and current rates. I mean, we have had a very good retracement here, and I'll just put the Fibonacci on to see how much of a retracement we have. And what I want to do is you take the entire move, so back from down here, take that bottom level all the way up to the closed body of that high there. And I want, as you can see, actually just move it across a little bit. Some of these Fibonacci levels are hitting on the resistance and support levels, which is great. We've already, what the looks of it, done a 61% retracement. We did double bottom around there, and then we bounced back up, and we're currently at the sat just above this weekly support level. When I'm investing in a project and we've done a major move, I always look to buy in at the 618 level. That is a good area in my opinion. A 61% retracement is a great area to buy in. So that, if I was looking to buy in up here, I would have marked this area up, and that would have been my buy zone. So we've come down here, but the markets are very, very uncertain at the minute. I mean, what's going on with this global pandemic is quite frightening. What could happen in the markets? We've got global recessions about to kick in. Economies are dropping to bits, unfortunately, as in nobody's been going to work. Jobless claims have gone up, and expenditure has gone down. So obviously the economies have stopped growing, and unfortunately, it looks like, I know in the United Kingdom it looks like a second lockdown is imminent. If that kicks in the US and no stimulus checks come, then things might go down. This is nothing against Ocean. This is just what could happen. So, in my opinion, the next levels you could target for an entry price is around the 786 level, which is pretty much anywhere from 1 cent up to, you could call that 2 cents. I think if we go down to this weekly support level, that could be a good area to bounce and get some orders in. So, monitor the price. If we do come down to these levels and you are a good an investor of a project and a good fan, then buy in at these levels. If it comes lower, dollar cost average down and start just seeing where you can get in, because this, in my opinion, is a good project for the future. But what I want to do in this video, as we talk about predictions, is see where I think we could go in terms of price prediction. And the next key area, in my opinion, over the next 3 to 6 months is the magical $1. I think that is a great area for the next 3 to 6 months to target. And we'll just change that to a different colour because it'll end up getting a bit. So that is where I think we can go in the next 6 to 12 months, 3 to 6 months. So just mark it up. 3 to 6 months. So that's where I think we can go. Obviously, the next target after that will be 2, then 4. What I'm not going to do though is give it a wild prediction to 5-year time. I do think that what we need to do is monitor this price. We are currently down at low levels. I mean, down at 30 cents and $1 is a long way off yet. So what I will do is I will say that is my price prediction for the short to mid term. When we start moving up, if we flip these levels, if we start to break this level here, this daily support level, then I will readdress this video and give a further prediction. But if we don't, then this will remain my prediction for the foreseeable until we get to this level. Once we get to this level, once we break $1, I will do another video and I will give my thoughts on, again, where I think the price will go, and also check out some other people's price predictions, and we will do another video and go over that analysis. But that will do it for today's video. That is where you could potentially get into entry prices if unfortunately we do dump. And then the next target, once we break all-time highs, is the magical $1. So that will wrap it up for today's video. Please make sure you do like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you next time.